The sudden increase in the numbers of primary amoebic meningoencephalitis being reported from Kerala has caused a lot of concern, not just in the state but across the country as well. Kerala's Health Minister Veena George has said that 71 cases have been reported this year and 19 deaths. Of them, in September alone, you have seen 24 cases and 9 deaths. And what is even more worrying is that earlier, if you saw a cluster of the disease around a contaminated water source, this time there are sporadic cases that were being reported from multiple districts, whether it's Kozhikode, Malappuram, Palakkad, or even Thiruvananthapuram, and that is something that has caused a worry for the health authorities. They are now looking at whether there are new ways of transmission of the disease, because earlier the understanding was that it comes from warm, stagnant water, ponds, lakes, or even hot springs, or even the swimming pools, and there the amoeba enters the human body through the nose, and from the nose it goes to the brain, and it's a brain eating amoeba, and therefore the central nervous system is affected, and it causes huge mortality. World over, survival rate is known to be only 3 to 4%, but Kerala is reporting that they have much higher survival rates because of the better surveillance mechanisms that they have put in place. Kerala, to its credit, after the Nipah outbreak in 2023, started looking at brain fevers, and while 70% of the brain fevers, the origin is usually not known, it is understood that about 7% of the cases may be because of the PAM, or the primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, and therefore Kerala started monitoring those, and the health minister, after quite a heated kind of exchange in the assembly, where the opposition leaders in fact demanded that there should be an adjournment motion and a discussion, and she readily agreed and said, yes, we want awareness to spread, and therefore we are agreeing for this discussion. And questions were raised about whether any treatment protocols were in place, what kind of guidelines, the advisory the government is issuing, and all those details were provided by Veena George, who said that the government has started monitoring early surveillance, and anything that appears like a brain fever is to be reported, and the treatment regimen is to start, because the window of opportunity is low, and therefore the cocktail of antimicrobials is injected. How much each of them is individually, the efficacy is not really known yet, but not wanting to take any chances, and therefore the cocktail of medicines is given, and that's the reason why Kerala is reporting, as opposed to the world, a much higher survival rate of 24 to 25%. What we understand is that the number of cases has been raising. 2023 was much lower, and then 2024 you had about 80 cases, and now of course already 71 cases in the year 2025. This particular amoeba is among about 600 free living amoeba, and about 6 of them cause infection to the humans, and like I mentioned, the transmission is through the nasal tissues, where direct exposure to the amoeba can happen, and therefore the Kerala government has done 3-4 things. One, issue advisory to people not to take bath in these open ponds, lakes, or hot springs, or even wells that could have contaminated water, not to use swimming pools or use nose caps for swimming in the swimming pools, and avoid any direct contact with any suspected water source. And they have also chlorinated large areas, trying to sanitize, but chlorination can also have effect on other aqua life, and therefore that has to be done in moderation only. And the third thing that they have done is to put up boards near all these kind of open water sources, where traditionally you could have bathing that is done, dipping in the water that is done. That is all something that is to be avoided, including in temple ponds, where there is a tradition of dipping in the waters there. And now the government has also spoken about possible increase in the cases due to climate change. Experts are pointing out that even a 1 degree increase in temperatures could hugely increase the survival of this particular amoeba, and therefore climate change also could be one of the reasons why there is an increase in the number of cases. The other thing is traditional nose cleaning through using the water, and therefore people have been advised to use only clean water for nasal ablutions, which is also part of ritual practices here, or health practices here in the state of Kerala. So while the hospitals have been told that any such incident should be immediately reported to the authorities, and the treatment regimen should start as soon as a brain fever is detected, what the health minister has also said is that the immediate testing can happen for this kind of an amoeba, and those testing facilities are available across all the district hospitals. And for more specific analysis about what kind of amoeba, the state health lab in Thiruvananthapuram as well as the Institute of Virology in Thiruvananthapuram are well equipped to handle the testing for those kind of viruses. To get more details, a PCR test that is to be conducted. So we will keep updating you on all the developments from Kerala. As of now, there is no reason for a scare. There is no reason for tourists to avoid the place, because it's only through an open exposure to an open water source that you have the risk of the disease, and therefore uh, you need not really avoid Kerala on your travel itinerary. It's just the requirement of taking certain precautions. The precautions which start as regular flu become quite severe and intense, after which the infections could become dangerous, and therefore the advice is to stay away from open water sources getting exposure into the nose. Thank you so much for watching.